Hello and welcome, my name is the Gameblood and this is Factorio. This is actually a heavily modded Factorio. Two mods I've got here are Bob's Mods and Angel Oz. We do actually have a starter pack as part of the mod. We do need to open this up and get everything situated. This will allow us to use the robots in our starter pack. Off they go. So we've already got our deconstruction planner, which will allow us to clear away forests and such. We have the biters set to peaceful, which means that they won't attack until we do, basically. So that is pretty good. It means it will allow us to expand a fair way before we meet any resistance, which would be nice. Be fun. Let's get started. We'll outlay some power. And then we'll get stuck into some of the other bits and pieces. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14. We'll just get started with a basic power layout. 14 to 10. Some pipe. One of the other mods we've got on this thing is called Squeak Through. It allows us to do this. Run through pipes, or squeak through pipes. Our first little bit of coal is here. There's another one further up. Eventually we will go and tap that. The first thing to get started is a whole bunch of iron and copper. Now, the way that this works is that Bob's Mods adds a whole bunch of different ores. And then Angel's Ores goes and hides all those ores again into different patches. So, up here we have one such. If I can find it in amongst the trees. Oh, we've gone too far. In fact, let's just lay out our first few. 4 should do for now. Let's bring that all the way over. We'll get into what Angels does in a second. Let's just run this down. In fact, the only vanilla patch of ore that we have is the coal, as you might well have guessed. Just quickly count out some burner inserters so that we can put those there like that. Alright, let's go over here. So here we have Stirritite. Mining this will allow us to gain access to copper, iron, cobalt, tin, titanium, and aluminum. So we'll be needing this. We'll be mining this one at the start for its copper. They do have their own little special bits and pieces, so it's quite hard. Hardness is the amount of time. It'll mine very, very slowly until we get some better miners. Up here we have rubite. Rubite allows us to get lead, nickel, aluminum, gold, more titanium, and some more tungsten. Some of them do double up on the ores, but that's alright, because it means that we will get a fair few more. The only one I'm not seeing right now is an ore called, that is Stirritite. There is another one. It is a darker blue. It has not yet appeared on our map, but that is an iron heavy resource. Rather concerning. Ah, here it is. Sapphirite. It's a very small patch of it to start with, so we will need to go hunting for that fairly early on. But But this one, as you can see, has iron first and then copper, which means it's going to be heavier on the iron, a little bit lighter on the copper. Once we get to that point, we're using a ore sorting machine to get that sorted. In fact, we're just going to tap this one all out right at the start. One of the other mods we have makes it so that the belts are just a tad derpy. I'm not exactly the biggest fan of them, but we will have to make do. All of these episodes will be about roughly 10, 12 minutes long. Unfortunately, my internet is not the greatest in the world, so I will have to make do with what we can have. Again, this also dictates the quality that I can upload as well. If you do hear me go silent, it's because I am concentrating on the game. One of the things we will want to get straight up is obviously automation, but we do have a thing called research queue. Allows us to queue up certain bits of research that we want first. I did play this game, I have played this particular mod pack about roughly 20 minutes ago. I was recording it, I got about 14 episodes in when I realised that everything that I did wasn't incredibly viable at all, and so I had to restart it. The map we have right now is a different seed from our original. I'm a little sad that I didn't get to play on the other one and show it to you. Alright. Look at all that. Right. Now, the first thing we need to do is we create these burner ore crushers. We're going to create 6 more of those. This is what will allow us to start our raw ore processing. Bring this up a little bit further. We're going to bring it onto the other side. We're going to bring it down. Alright, our coal is starting. We will need to bring this coal over at some point. Won't be using very many of that just yet. We do have these things called hacked splitters, which I find very handy. Not entirely sure we're going to create a bus yet. Hey, I know. Buses are the thing, are the way that people normally do it. Alright, so this one will be our sapphire crushing. In fact, actually, let's make that stirritite instead, just because that is on the outside there. Right, now we do have these, where are they? Oh, I can't access them yet because we don't actually have any processing. But right now we'll just start putting this in. And then we'll just drop it into chests. it would just be easier instead of running a long cable along through here to head up. Anyway, that's all we have time for this episode. We will continue on in the next one.